Hello and welcome to Baltic Security Conference. This is a very special moment. Why? Because we have so many great experts coming to the stage and also in the audience. I'm Valdis Melders and I'll be responsible for this stage, and we will be speaking on topics of occupational and fire safety and civil protection. And we will kick off with very special guests. Why? Because we will look at the more general situation and view in Europe. The European Network of Safety and Health Professional Organizations is the place where our next speaker comes from, and we'll be speaking on Europe's trends in the digitalization of labor protection. It is very, very special thing, and let's anticipate together new and potential risks, and let's see what are the scenarios we could count on, which one are more likely to happen. So please welcome Dagmara Polowczyk. Dagmara, welcome to the stage.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let me just take a look if... Okay, it's working perfectly. Hello, how are you today? I hope everyone is fine. Let's go through some interesting topic today. Before I will start, I would like to introduce myself very shortly. My name is Dagmara Polowczyk. I'm coming from Poland. I'm the part of ENSHPO. And I just want to, before we go to the topic, I just want to tell you something about ENSHPO so that you know where I'm coming from. So ENSHPO, the European Network of Safety and Health Professional Organizations. Who we are, right? So we're the network with now environment protection at work as well. We have been established in 2001 under the umbrella of European Agency for Health and Safety at Work, Euro-OSHA. And I will be talking a little bit about the project that Euro-OSHA has done to predict the future that has an impact on occupational safety and health. Okay. Yes, very quickly about our mission and vision here. So ENSHPO, as a leading voice of EHS professionals, we do promote safety, health and environment protection at work, and we want to engage the decision makers, of course, and the regulators. That's a very important part for us. Okay, a couple of just the facts. I told you that we have been founded in 2001. In 2019 we moved to Germany. So for 2-3 years we are based in Germany. We are a full members professional association, but we have other memberships as well, working with national institutions, international associations, research centers as well. So now we are very proud that the Association of Security Professionals from Latvia is now ENSHPO full member. So I'm really proud to tell you that about that today. And this association has come to us just I think March. So it's a brand new association, full member of ENSHPO, and we are really proud of that. This is our new board. There is 5 of us. Mireia is our president, Claudio is our deputy chair. You can see me here. I'm the treasurer of this association, and there are Alison and Rudolf as 2 board members. Anything else? Okay, we are the part of European and international institutions. ILO, the International Labour Organization, or the Association for Latin America, Africa, North America. ENSHPO is international. So we are ENSHPO, European, and ENSHPO is international network of safety and health professional associations. Of course, we are working with some industry and other sectors as well.
And if anyone is a university or institution or a company that believes in and support OSH, occupational safety and health, you can join us. You know, we are waiting for you. So you have here below the contacts. And now coming back to the topic, European trends on OSH and digitalization. Foresight, the prediction of new and emerging risks.
Yeah.
Digitalization today offers you potential for innovating and exciting development of workplace, right? But also presents the new challenges. But by anticipating, by predicting the potential challenges for OSH, we can maximize the benefits, right, of such technologies, but also ensuring that working environments are safe. If we well manage, the digitalization can reduce occupational risks and create new opportunities for improving working conditions. Let's see. You know, the development of all those digital technologies like artificial intelligence, augmented reality, advanced robotics, cobots, collaborative robotics, widespread connectivity, Internet of Things, big data, cloud computing. There are so much of them. Wearables. We are going to wear some things on us. Mobile devices, online platforms. You can see how many of them are those. Additive manufacturing. Those digital technologies are changing our nature and location of work, who works and when, how the work is organized and managed. So we can find those digital technologies in all of the sectors of our economy and society. And the rate at which those developments are taking place right now is faster than ever. I will be telling you about the predictions for 2025. Current European community already identified, right, the need for proactive approach. We need to act proactively to identify the future risks, right? We don't want to wait. We want to be proactive. We want to use continuous improvement as well, so that our workers have a better workplace in the future. To better anticipate them, okay, and shape healthier and safer workplaces of the future, we can do something. And today I would like to bring you closer to one of the EU OSHA projects that has been done some time ago. And this project is based on the assumption that the basis of foresight is an understanding that the future can evolve in different directions, okay, not one, we know that, in different directions, which can be shaped by actions of various stakeholders and decisions taken today. So therefore, the team have created the scenario, or scenario development was used, okay, as a tool for building visions of possible future that are relevant to OSH policies. What is interesting in this project is that the team was using so-called wind tunneling method, and I will tell you about it in the next slides. Such a project, for myself, I think that it can really help our European decision makers, or member state governments, or trade unions, or employers, right, to have a better understanding of longer-term developments that could affect the workers, right? And how this may result from current policies. How to consider priorities for OSH research and actions as well, that would prevent the occurrence of possible risks, yes, that they will be identified, and how can we minimize their negative impact. Okay, I will just tell you shortly about the project, how it was done. So there was two work packages. The work packages number one was to identify the key trends and drivers, okay, contextual drivers of change in relation to the ICTs, information and communication technologies, okay, that can contribute to our OSH risks, okay, that they are associated with digitalization. And the objective of work package number 2 was to develop the 2025 scenarios. And that's, I think, the most interesting part for you. Scenarios of the world of work, of OSH risks associated with digitalization, and they wanted to test them as well. Yeah. So, very quickly, how it was done as a first step. So they were using the horizon scanning. The horizon scanning to identify those trends and drivers. They have found 92 trends and drivers, and they were classified under so-called 5 STEEP. So this is societal, driver, technological, economical, environmental, and political. The most of the drivers were found in societal, 29 drivers, while in political only 10. They have done the consolidation, and this consolidation has been done by the interviews, okay? The list of the trends and drivers that they obtained for initial view, they checked if they have what was the greatest impact on the ICT, ETs and work. And they have done the selection of those key drivers, and what is quite interesting is that they were including those drivers with a high impact and high levels of uncertainty. Okay, these are the critical, let's call them critical uncertainties, and create the key differences between the scenarios. There will be 4 scenarios. And the major impact, but more predictable ones, predictable outcomes, I would say. It was important that these will be taken into account in all of the scenarios. Okay, so the development of those scenarios was based in the workshop, okay, where the scenarios were grouped into 2 axes. The 2 axes, so that we can have 4 scenarios. One was governance and public workers' attitude, and the second one was economic growth and application of technology. And when you think about governments and public workers and attitude, what they took under the consideration? They took the environment in which the digitalization will be exploited, the acceptance of and the demand for developments of this digitalization technologies, the way that the ICT, these innovation and implementation are governed. And you could either support it, yes, it could be supportive with a high level of acceptance, or resistant with low level of acceptance. The same happened with the economic growth and application of technology. So they included the level of economic growth and investments in technology and skills, always with the impact on OSH, on occupational safety and health, which I will be talking in a second. The level of application of developments in those ICTDs, the level of impact on the nature and locations of work, and of course associated changes to the business structures. So those could be high or low. So combining those 2 axes, you have high-low economic growth, high-low governance and public workers' attitude. This gave our 4 base scenarios of what the future could be like in 2025. Maybe a little bit complicated, but you can see what they have done in the second slides, in the next slides. Okay. So, what I can tell you more before I will go any further. Our trends and drivers that the team has found, we know that they will have changed the equipment, of course, the tools, the systems that can be used to organize, to manage our work, to deliver our products or services, right? We know that automation of work processes will become increasingly complex, interconnected and autonomous. So, self-organize, self-learn, and self-maintain. We know that 3D and 4D printing or bioprinting, autonomous vehicles, including drones, robotics, including cobots, algorithms, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, yes, will increasingly be used for work purposes. We know that. We know that robots will become uncaged, mobile, dexterous, close to workers, collaborative, increasingly intelligent, bringing automation to previously inaccessible tasks. Even jobs that will not be replaced by robots will change because workers will work with and use and interact with a wide range of digital technologies, yes. There is also a trend of the miniaturization. We cannot forget about it. Which are increasingly smart now technologies connected to the internet, yes, the Internet of Things. Bionics exoskeletons, I think that there will be a topic about it as well today, will be worn, yes, to enhance or monitor human performance, generating considerable amounts of data. That's a huge impact as well. There will be ongoing development as well in the near future in human-machine interfaces. But also the trends indicate that by 2025, direct brain-to-machine interfacing may begin, okay? But will not be particularly widespread. Not yet in 2025. So those let's say innovations that I just explained, they will have an impact on OSH and will depend on social, on economic, environmental and political drivers, trends and drivers, yes, from now on up to 2025. And therefore this horizon scanning that I told you about it, along with those 4 alternative scenarios for future, they enable a number of OSH challenges and opportunities. But before I will go, I will just tell you that each of the scenario have got a same structure, okay? These 4 scenarios have got a same structure, which is Europe in 2025, and you have all the information in each of the scenario, how it will look like, the technological change, and the OSH environment. And the whole process is called, as I said, wind tunneling. Before I will go to the next one, I will just mention that that you can find them very easily in EuroOSHA webpage if you want to have more information and you would like to check what in each scenario it is, because it's very detailed. Okay, these are the 4 scenarios that that actually have been prepared: evolution, transformation, exploitation, and fragmentation. And you can see that I told you about this low economic growth and high level and the level of governance and supportive public workers' attitudes. So it can be low and high. Low and high, a combination of 2 that makes 4 scenarios. And I started to tell you about those innovations that will happen, and just want to mention that that all of those innovations, challenges, opportunities that can have an impact on OSH, they are all related, and the team has gathered those points. They are all related to those, to work equipment, tools and system use, how work is organized and managed, employment status, hierarchies and relationships, the characteristics of workforce, the responsibilities for managing OSH, skills, knowledge and information requirements. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of that, but just to show you how much work the team has done in this first topic, which is work equipment, tool and system. They have gone through all those points that you can see on the left. And I just want to give you a couple of examples of what their findings were
after analyzing this particular point. So automation, robotics, autonomous vehicles and drones, they can reduce for workers the need for workers. For example, the work in hazardous environments, okay, such as confined space, work at height, exposed to noise or vibration or contact with moving machinery. But they also, at the same time, yes, the same technologies could be source of harm. Where am I? Okay, the source of harm with trapping, entanglement, impact, okay, or noise or vibration. Another example is electromyography. Electromyography sensors can be built into clothing, so we will be wearing them. Of clothing of the people who will be working with cobots, so that they could warn wearers when they will be in potentially harmful postures. Okay. However, over-reliance, okay, on the exoskeletons for manual handling could have implications for workers' physical fitness, right? Resulting, for example, loss of muscle bone density or joint flexibility. Another example, interfacing by gesture, voice, eye could improve ergonomics, but also make work more accessible to wide range of people with, for example, certain physical impairments, right? Or people who just don't know how to use this digital technology today. However, more frequent use of gestures, the voice or eyes, it can result in overloading certain body parts, and this could lead to new types of increasing health disorders, such as an eye or voice strain. Okay, ICT, ITs, those technologies will allow people to work anytime and anywhere. Okay, so this could lead people to a real or perceived need to be available every day, all day, okay? They would feel that, for example, they want to work with colleagues in a different time zone, so they will be getting up at, 4 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. But also people may suffer from addiction. The addiction, you see, digital addiction, separation anxiety, fear of missing out syndrome. You are losing your phone. Where is my phone? I'm missing something. And we do have that. Nomophobia as well. Okay. If we will have so much data, if we will be connected, wearing a lot of things, the workers' performance will be compared with each other, right? Every time they will know about it, and again, it brings us to performance pressure, anxiety, low self-esteem as well. But at the same time, I think that new types of data analytics combined with this access to the large data sets, it can give us more effective real-time oversight of OSH, okay? We can have more data, we can predict more things, we can be more proactive, and we will have a better understanding of those risks in general. The team has predicted that in some time we could have those wearables, devices on us, and maybe our team leader, our employer will say, okay, you can also use it during your leisure time, right? And that will bring us to another risk of stress and anxiety. You saw a lot of stress and anxiety. These are the 2025, I think, the things that we really need to be prepared. But also people don't understand or have no information of what data are collected and why they are collected. And again, we are coming to anxiety or the stress.
Okay, organization and management of work. A couple of examples of that. Occupational safety and health could be compromised. There is a topic about it, on the other side. Yes. Hackers could attack critical infrastructure. The control can be taken over of devices, yes, so that they behave in unexpected way, hazardous way, of course. Someday we can have a situation where the access of our data is denied, or our personal or OSH sensitive critical data can be stolen or corrupted. That's possible as well. What about business structures, hierarchies, and relationships?
We have new business models. Online platforms. We'll have autonomous workers, lone working, and so on. But what does it bring to us? It does bring to us most probably to unclear responsibilities for occupational safety and health. It brings us to the lower levels of trainings. It brings us to virtualization of relationships and loss of peer support. You will never see your employer. You will never see your colleague from work. The continuous real-time evaluation and performance rating. They know that the Big Brother is watching us, yes, that he is taking a look at the performance. Lack of adequate HR support as well, and maybe unclear employment status. Also, if we are coming to the lack of face-to-face communication, also a big impact on occupational safety and health. More, I would say, more positive we can take about it, because less well-developed social. Sorry, this is the negative one. Sorry, this is the negative one. So we will have less well-developed social skills. So teamworking skills and tolerance. We really need it. This is needed in our work. It can lead to increasingly negative communication tone. It was interesting for me because it can include hostile language if you talk only through the Teams or some other platforms, or increasing sense of depersonalization that could feel like bullying. So the online version of face-to-face communications, it really brings us some negative impact as well, and we need to be prepared for that. Workforce characteristic, maybe a couple of just examples of the impact for dispersed workforce. Okay, we are losing the office, we are losing the factory environment. We can experience professional and social isolation. We can be exposed to the risks associated with lone working. But what about diverse workforce? This is what I wanted to say, that couple of positive examples. You can access to work irrespectively of any geographical location, any cultural background, physical disability, or your age, right? You can give organizations easier access to the workers. You have the multidisciplinary approach, including distributive problem solving. So it's easier. Responsibilities of OSH, I will skip that. Skills, knowledge, and information. I will come to skills, knowledge, and information. Okay, maybe just a couple of things about it. New skills and training needs. What's going to happen with that? This will lead to the new skills, okay, being needed by workers, because they will have to access to good quality jobs. What about lifelong learning? Lifelong learning will be essential, because workers will need to be able to learn quickly and then learn again and again and again. Self-directed online learning. This could mean that workers have to take more responsibility for their own learning and training needs. Okay, knowledge transfer. If workers feel unable to interact, for example, because they are being monitored,
This could prevent valuable information transfer or knowledge, yeah? However, it could also prevent workers picking up bad behaviors that we pick up from the others. So I gave you some examples of what the team, let's say, predicted for 2025, and I just want to share with you the conclusions now. Each scenario was presenting challenges and opportunities, okay, for OSH, partly influenced by pace of change, levels of investment on OSH research, governance styles, and social norms. And now they have found that the challenges that they are likely present in all of the scenarios, okay, I will present them right now, but the impact can be different. What can it be? The potential for automation to remove humans from hazardous environments, but also presents the new risks. Psychosocial and organizational factors, because this will become increasingly more important as ICTs can drive change in the types of work available. Okay? The pace of work, how we work, where we work, when it is done, how it is managed and overseen. What is another thing is increasing work-related stress. I was telling you in a couple of examples about it, particularly as a result of the impact of increased worker monitoring. Increasing ergonomic risk as well is one of the things that will happen was shown in all of the scenarios because of the let's say non-office environments. The increasing of sedentary work, so the obesity, non-communicable diseases such as, I don't know, diabetes. Of course, the cybersecurity risks that I mentioned about it before, because you know, to an increase in the interconnectedness of things, right? The increasing numbers of workers treated rightly or wrongly as a self-employed and who could fall outside existing OSH regulation as well. What else? The changing business models and employment hierarchies, because we are going to increase the online and flexible working that have the potential to disrupt, let's say, current mechanism for OSH and management as well. And the algorithmic management of work and workers as well. The big things of data, you know, that may lead to a loss of workers' control over their data, issue of data protection, ethical issues as well. We cannot forget about it, and performance pressure on workers as well. And the workers lacking the necessary skills to be able to use these digital technologies. And more frequent job changes and long working lives. These are the things that will happen most probably in the future. They have been found in all 4 scenarios, but the impact of those challenges and opportunities in each of this scenario was different. And what happened at the end? Because this project helped to identify the examples of the OSH strategy, yes? They were emerged from the discussions, you know, various workshops that they were held, because we know this could help to mitigate OSH challenges related to digitalization. What they were including? The development of an ethical framework for digitalization and codes of conduct. What else? A strong prevention through design approach that integrates user, worker as a centered design approach. Collaboration between academics, industry, social partners, governments on research and innovation in developments, those technologies to properly take account the human aspect, of course, the involvement of workers in implementation of any digitalization strategies. The occupational safety and health professionals knows it's a part of 40,001, but they need to remember about this as well. Communication. Advanced workplace risk assessments, advanced, using the unprecedented opportunities offered by the digitalization nowadays. A regulatory framework to clarify OSH liabilities and responsibilities in relation to new systems, new ways of working, what we are going to do after work if those wearables will be on us. An adapted education system and training for workers. Adapted, as I said, online, you are working online platform. Who is going to train you? Are you going to take care of yourself only? The provision of effective OSH services to digital workers as well. The four scenarios have been shown to be, in my opinion, when I take a look at this project, valuable tool, right? Because you can analyze the future challenges and opportunities. However, they are not the forecast, okay? And the future of OSH for different sectors, for different regions, will contain element of what I was saying today from each of the scenario in a combination that cannot be predicted. We don't know that. So using those scenarios to develop and test future strategies and policies should reduce, I think, help maximize risk and help maximize the potential opportunities. Let's call them opportunities. And in summary, from OSH regulatory perspective, there is potential confluence of factors where the use of ICTs drives rapid changes, not only the technologies used at work, but also nature of work, business structures, employment status, hierarchies and relationships.
The combined impact of these changes will challenge existing mechanisms for managing and regulating occupational safety and health.
The digitalization therefore opens door to an increase OSH challenges, in particular for ergonomic, organizational and psychosocial nature that need to be better understood and managed. However, it also offers new opportunities to reduce some occupational safety and health risks or better manage them. And remember that technology itself is neither good nor bad, right? Maintaining a balance between challenges and opportunities presented by those technologies is a clue, I think, and will depend on proper application of them, of this technology, and how we are managing it. Thank you so much. Stay safe.